Whatever you were expecting to step into the light and join your companions at the crossroads, you're not sure it was this. This devout cleric, this nun, stepped forward with the confidence of someone who is prepared. Her armor and weapons look worn and well used. She resembles the man at arms more than she does a simple cleric. And yet, even as she joined, there was a spark of remembrance, as if your companions had seen her before. Perhaps they have. There's so much that is not known about her. So much you'll have to learn at those shrines devoted to lost memory. But for now, the swine will be her first test. And as your companions ready your blades, you hope they will perform well. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orin, and we are back at it in Darkest Dungeon 2 in the new patch with the Vestal in and ready to rock and roll. And let's dive into the sluice here. Very excited to be checking out the Vestal. We did get to see her main mechanic in the Valley fight, the conviction and consecration stuff. Though granted, we haven't seen much of it. So I'm really hoping to see the sluice here, or to have the sluice here give us a little bit of a better view. Otherwise, I hope everyone's doing well out there. Hope people have had a chance to play and check the Vestal out. This is literally my first run. I got home from a wedding, slammed out the end of the Pat Hand run, and immediately dived into this because I really wanted to give the Vestal an initial look. So Junia wants to touch it, and I'm down. Let's touch it. Darkly curious, you say. For 16 relics, that doesn't feel worthwhile, Battlegramma. Battlegramma is not off to a good start. Come here. That's okay. Oh, good, a creature den. Oh, wonderful. Because this will give us an opportunity to test out her conviction stacking. This improves with everyone and gives everyone a block token. I kind of like that. Over strength? Yeah, sure. Let's get everyone ticking the right way again. Alrighty. Now, it is worth noting as we dive into this fight that, oh, we ended up going with Deadeye, so I guess Flashing Daggers can stay. Flashing Daggers is doing real damage here, but... it is worth kind of mentioning here that there's going to be some degree of bias here in that we have Kiryu, who's a sharp shot. He's really going to provide the damage. You know, a Deadeye Audrey's going to do a lot, so we're definitely going to want to test out different formations with the Vestal here. But I definitely like the look of this. Like, you know, I'm interested how this interacts with extra turns. But, you know, basically we're going to be... we're going to have Barristan being extra tanky here. Dang. I was kind of hoping for the double kill there. Alright, so we do have 2 conviction here, which empowers Judgment to deal 100% extra damage. Oh, that familiar, the familiar gong sound. I remember that from Darkest Dungeon 1. That, like, you know, she would just, like, you know, she would ring the bell, basically, every time she'd cast her smite. Now, we are probably going to see... Oh, we're not going to see 2 necrophagias. We're probably going to see 1, though. No. Okay. Well, can't be angry about that. Die. And die. So Barristan's basically gonna get a free tank here. And oh my god. I just realized Illumination is gross against the spiders. Good Lord Almighty, that is gross. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia is just going to sit there and turn off. Junia turn off these dodge tokens. And unlike Kiryu's tracking shot, because Kiryu, the Highwayman, you really want to be doing damage with him. That's his job. His job is dealing the damage, right? Oh, it's kind of an unfortunate set of timings there. But the consecration wore off, so he didn't get any extra mitigation. But we really want Kiryu dealing the damage. But Junia, like, she's gonna take entire turns off on occasion because we're just letting her conviction build up. Now, granted, that is in her Wanderer form. Double kill. Does eat that critical, but I don't know that that matters. But Junia is going to, like, she is, she is going to take turns off. And so, like, Illumination's actually pretty dang good. Consecration of Fortitude again. I tell you, it's a real, it's feeling like a real natural synergy here. Also, let's talk for a moment about the fact that Junia has 41 base HP. She is the same speed as she's the same speed as the Leper and Barristan, but she has way more HP than a lot of the other characters. So that's a very sturdy character. It really kind of brings home the idea of being a frontliner. So she can definitely frontline, and that's actually going to open up a lot of formations. I think that I currently, or it's going to open up some formations where Junia is the tank rather than, whoever else would normally be the tank. So that's pretty exciting. Plus, all those extra, like, just in her base form, all those extra block and dodge tokens are very exciting. Discounted trinkets is fine. It's really just for the mastery points. That's what we care about there. Because we picked it, it's worth 1 mastery point is basically all we got there. A little disappointing. Cultist battle? Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm your Huckleberry. Let's do this. I'm not scared. Like, this formation feels pretty... The collection feels pretty strong. It's tough because I normally do my evaluation in the first zone, but I think I'm going to start trying to do it here a little bit. Looking at what the Vestal is bringing, I think I'm going to rate the collection as, from a damage perspective is pretty obvious. This is a very high damage composition. You have both Audrey and... You have both the Highwayman and the Grave Robber lending you ample damage output. You have the Man-at-Arms providing riposte, which is extra damage output that you normally wouldn't get. And then the Vestal doesn't seem to be a complete slouch when it comes to damage. It's not really her main line. Like, she's really more of a buffer and support class. But she's not useless at the damage. Gonna try to get the Cherub here too. So unfortunately I gotta kill the Herald. Okay, Barristan got it for us. Thank you, Barristan. Now we are going to have to put Junia's healing to the test, which is the next part that I think we'd want to evaluate, right, is how does her healing look? So we're going to find out here. I don't think, just based on what, like, who do we compare her to? I think we have to compare her to the Plague Doctor. And the Plague Doctor heals for less raw HP, but is purging off these damage over time effects, which is not nothing. And I do think that might be the decider to some extent. I think the Plague Doctor might be a better healer once she's kind of upgraded up. Just because of all the dot removal, which can be pretty high value in some circumstances. That being said, 21-point heal fairly reliably. I mean, granted, her stress is going through the moon right now. But that is quite all right. So I think the healing is definitely there. It's not, it's not as... I don't know that it's as good as the Plague Doctor, though, again, I'm coming at it from the perspective of someone who's literally seen, like, her heal once. I will say stress in this formation seems to be a bit of a concern, though some of that is self-inflicted, I'm sure. There we go. So, the tankiness is definitely there. So sorry, I'm kind of rambling around as I'm thinking about this, but let's... Ooh, Griddle Cake's a nice pickup. So the big three: stress, health, damage. Stress healing. We have Barristan, we have Man at Arms, and we have Kiryu, or we have the Highwayman and the Grave Robber for crits. We do have to take that stress heal there, unfortunately. So we do have that going for us. So we have mediocre to average stress healing. We have enough stress healing is how I'd characterize it. It's enough to get the job done. But I wouldn't say it's any more than that. Healing, though, like I was, kind of rambling on about, the healing is definitely there. So I really want to consecrate here, but I kind of want to just drop judgment. There we go. Because that will take down one of these guys, and we can try to... So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Like, one of the challenges we're going to have, it feels like, with the Vestal is getting the action economy in place to drop her consecration, because it is effectively her taking a turn off. But, we got to make it... We're going to have to make it work here. Anyway, so... stress healing, average to mediocre. Healing. I mean, healing for 21 on the Man at Arms is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty sizable heal. It's, starts 25, two conviction makes it 35% healing, which is quite nice. So she definitely has the healing output. The party definitely has the healing output to survive. Only Kiryu, or only our Highwayman can't heal, at least himself. Both the Grave Robber and the Man at Arms can heal themselves, and it feels like the Vestal is bringing enough healing. Incidentally, that feels really good. Let's take our stress heal. Not upgrading bolster is kind of punishing us a little bit, but I don't know that it's going to matter. And then finally, damage output. And so far, I think we're seeing ample damage output here. The collection definitely has the damage output, and one of the things I'm noticing about the Vestal, it's not really that it's subtle, it's that we haven't seen a lot of it yet. The Vestal kind of has this clock to her, at least in her Wanderer form, so in her baseline form. Basically, every turn she's going to grab she's going to pick up a conviction. So every subsequent turn she's picking up a conviction. So it's kind of like, no, we're not dropping 16 relics to not fight. Come on. But the Vestal kind of has this ticking clock. It's almost kind of how I imagine the, it's probably, I think, in maybe the vision of how unchecked power was supposed to feel. If that makes sense, like, the Vestal gains this, gains these convictions every turn. So every turn she's ramping in power, and then she spends them down to, do something powerful. And that, I gotta think that feels pretty good. And it does give an element of kind of inevitability, I'd say. Like, she has kind of this an inevitable clock to her. You know, as she slowly picks through, you know, as she slowly works through the fight. So like here, she can Judgment or she can Illuminate. And we're actually going to hold off. We're going to save up another Conviction. We're going to save up another Conviction so that she can do the burn as well. Oof. Or maybe we need to heal Kiryu at this point. Heals for 16 but makes Barristan unhappy. Or we can Judgment for a whole bunch. Oh, and it resists the burn. That's rude. We're definitely playing a little greedy here. But I think we keep playing greedy. Yeah, I think we keep playing greedy. I mean, Kiryu's at 2, but that's, you know, one more than he really needs, right? There we go. Little guy's down. One less obstacle in our path. Let's get rid of that for the extra healing. And even a bit, even like 9. I mean, that's slightly. I believe that's slightly better than what the Plague Doctor would normally heal. Man, Barristan's stress is just getting out of hand. Does he have a negative trait that I wasn't thinking about? Oh, that's useless. Rousing Ringer's not a very impressive trinket. Why is Barristan so stressed? He's just nervous. That makes sense. Rousing Ringer can get out. Well, we're picking up a lot of stress, but we'll be okay. So yeah, sorry, a little rambly, but overall I think I got most of the words out. You know, mediocre stress healing, above average tankiness and healing, and then pretty good damage output. And I think that's ultimately what the collection's going to come out as. But we did get to see a little bit more of the Battle Grandma, her build up, the kind of inevitability of the convictions, like ramping her to these big turns. Blundering, jeez. Oh, man. Barristan got Deathless. Oh, if only I had locked him in. That's so good. Alright, well. The bounty hunter's around, but I don't think we're going to take him out. Ugh. I don't care about any of these rewards. We're not going to see a field hospital, which means we're just going to have to live with blundering and cosmic fearing. Ugh. Man. Not what we were looking for. But we'll make it work. We will make it work. I do think we'll go to the Tangle. Go into an Oasis would be kind of good, so I think we'll go to the Tangle here. But first, we got to get this stress down. Yikes, that was a lot of stress we built up. Clarifying poultices are insane against the Chains of Denial, so we're just going to carry those all the way to the end, I think. Anything else here worth buying? Strongbox? Or Collector's Cauldron? Or just Leaf Spring Suspension? I think we just need to buy food, actually. Let's buy food and make sure we're setting ourselves up for success here, because we're a little chewed up in places. Mastery points. All right, bolster. Get in here. Oh my god. Probably poison dart. We need that extra blight. Um, could buy another minor sharpness charm. Could buy a greater clotting crew. That's not a bad pickup for, yeah. That's a pretty good pickup to put on Barristan. And yeah, I think that'll do it. We're going to ignore the bounty hunter. We don't need him. Formation's a little chewed up, but the collection is off on its run. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Definitely enjoying the early looks with the Vestal here. Definitely going to want to upgrade the rest of her skills, but we really need to find some hero shrines and start unlocking more. So yeah, we'll rest and tune in next time as the collection with the Vestal in tow make their way into the Tangle. Oh my. Well, we'll find out about that next time. Until then, remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Let the YouTube algorithm know I make content that you and people like you like to watch. Until next time, see ya.